salt and light. We bring to the world the warmth of God's love, the bounty of grace that comes from above. One in Christ, forevermore in Jesus Christ. Happy are we, for we have been called to reach out to love, to be salt and light forever. We are the salt for all mankind. We tell this goodness to the weak and blind, to give them strength, to make them see our Lord and Christ. We are the light for the whole world. Our light must shine above the earth.
My dear friends, today we are in the 5th Sunday of Ordinary Season, where we see Jesus preaching had a purpose. His audience were a simple flock. Some were poor and some rich. Some were learned like the scribes and the Pharisees, and some were uneducated. Hence, he preached from the day-to-day experience of life. He gave tangible examples which people used and saw every day in their life. One such preaching is narrated to us in today's gospel. It is a simple example with a tough message. Jesus says, we are the salt of the earth, light of the world. In simple words, Jesus, we are the continuation of God's life on earth. It is a compliment to say to someone, you are the salt. It expresses a solid worth and usefulness. In ancient world, salt was considered highly valued. The Greeks called it theon, divine. In Latin, there is a proverb which was used by the Romans, nihil utilus sole et sale. There is no much or more important, useful than the salt and the sun. During Jesus' time, my dear friends, salt was connected in people's mind with 3 qualities: purity, preservative, and taste. Purity. Romans considered salt as the purest of all things because it came from the purest of all things: the sun, the sea. A Christian has to be a salt, then Jesus tells us to be pure. Secondly, a preservative. Salt was the most common preservative. We know well and should remember, like modern days, the people of Jesus' time did not have a fridge or a hot case. So they kept things away from getting corrupted, from getting spoiled. Salt was used as a preservative. Jesus says every Christian should be a preservative, should prevent ourselves and people from being corrupted, from spoiled, from worldly desires. A fraternal correction. We should not get corrupted by worldly desires and wants, and not lead others also to get spoiled. Thirdly, my dear friends, the greatest quality of salt is to add taste to things. Christianity is to life what salt is for food. We need to add favor, taste to those people who are sad, who need us. Our company should bring joy and happiness to others. My dear friends, let us question ourselves. How do we do it? Today's first reading gives us an answer by helping the needy. We need to be an example of goodness, example of love, example of peace to all. Our way of life should be pleasing to others. So today, to be salt and light of Christ, let us take one common habit of ours that usually leads people away, that we are slave to shun it, to live it. We shall ask our friends to help us to keep up to our decision to be salt and light of the world, so we may be worthy witness to Christ, who is a true salt and light to us.
Salt and light, we are the salt